fuck is up, Internet? I'm that dude, Swainzilla, aka old guy with too much time on his hands, coming at you from the man cave, and this is crazy ass news. The idea behind this series is that I scour the internet for crazy, recent, non-political news stories that I don't know anything about. I choose articles solely based on their headlines. I read through them while talking shit the whole time. So let's get after that thing. The distillery is fighting invasive crabs by turning them into whiskey. Okay, crab whiskey? It definitely sounds gross, but I'm definitely intrigued. Is there butter and lemon? Is that shit jumping off? Let's find out. Crabs are like, I guess all animals, if you look at them a certain way, like in a way this crab is kind of cute. He really shouldn't be because he's like, he shouldn't be, but his eyes, this one eye, and I only see one, this eyeball makes the little dude look cute. It's really weird, but that's where we're at. They're small, they're green, they're crustaceans. This dude's not green. I'm getting a yellow vibe, yellow-black vibe, maybe green. And now they're in whiskey. Green crabs, so they just got the wrong picture. I think they just got the wrong picture for this article. Green crabs are the invasive pests that have plagued North America's marine ecosystem for more than 200 years. A New Hampshire distillery is taking on the problem by using them to make green crab flavored whiskey. Green crabs are so abundant that it's going to take a lot more than whiskey to curb the population, but some hope bringing awareness to the issue will lead to creative solutions. So, these dudes are going to make green crab flavored whiskey. I would like to hear some reviews on this whiskey and what exactly it tastes like. But if they're fucking making whiskey with crabs, and at the same time they're doing something productive, like they're an invasive species, which I don't know what the definition of that is, but I read about an invasive species of snail somewhere, and it like fucks shit up. So if they can get rid of these crabs and make whiskey out of them, I don't know, other than the flavor, how crabs would make, like they're just adding the crabs to it? Like, does that, well, let's dig a little deeper here. Tramsworth Distilling Crab Trapper Whiskey gets some of its flavor from green crabs caught off the coast of New Hampshire. The crabs hitched a ride to the United States on ships coming from Europe around the 1800s. Here they eat tons of shellfish and destroy estuaries, if that's right, estuaries and fish habitats. Will Robinson, the product developer of Tamworth Distilling, who had the idea for the project, said the crabs were cleaned and prepared just like any other crab you might order at a restaurant. So there is butter, some butter and lemon action jumping off. They don't look green at all. Even in this picture, that's a green bucket, but they still look brown. People are going to hear crab whiskey, and I'd venture to say 3/4 of them are going to go, no, absolutely not. Yeah, I'm one of those guys, admittedly. And he said, but if you can get them to taste it, they totally change their tune for the most part. For the most part, whatever that means. First they make a crab stock, then they distill it using a vacuum still, a glass machine that allows for precise temperature control. It looks like a crazy piece of laboratory equipment, Robinson said. It preserves the flavor and aroma molecules that would get destroyed if we were to boil it. Okay. Interesting. And I didn't know anything like that happened. The stock is mixed with spices like mustard seed, coriander, and cinnamon then combined with a bourbon base. Robinson calls the thinking sipping drink. It's meant for you to explore your own perception through your own... Wait. What did he just say? Robinson calls it a thinking sipping drink. It's meant for you to explore your own perception through your olfactory senses. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the bottles look pretty fucking cool, right? I will give them that. These bottles look pretty legit. Each bottle of whiskey uses about a pound of green crabs. A pound for each bottle? What? But one distillery alone isn't going to make much of a dent in the green crab population. That's because their numbers are out of control, says Dr. Gabrielle Brandt, a marine biologist and fisheries specialist at the University of New Hampshire. They're probably one of the most successful invasive species that we have in North America, at least in the marine world. Well, of course, you got to give that caveat, because then people will be like, nah, man, these fucking wild hogs from Nebraska are fucking crazy. Crazier than those stupid ass crabs. There's always somebody that's going to they're going to challenge some shit. But she's ahead of the curve with a little bit of a caveat. And then she said, they can eat about 40 mussels a day, just one crab. And so you multiply that by a bazillion, and you have no more clams. Oh, so they're fucking up the clam population. People ain't liking that in New Hampshire. Climate change, of course. It is marine life. It is affected by temperature and all that shit. Is making things worse. Warmer ocean temperatures offer more hospitable environments for the invasive crabs to thrive. I don't know, it just seems... Wouldn't there be more water? Now, this crab looks green. The one she's got. A young volunteer left, works with Dr. Gabrielle Brandt Wright. So she's teaching the kids what's up to collect data for the Great Green Crab Hunt, a citizen science monitoring project. So they're just getting kids to volunteer to fucking take notes about these crabs. It's probably like a school project thing. Still, Brandt said creative projects like Crab Trapper can help address the problem by raising awareness. Yeah, like this article. I didn't know that green crabs were like even a thing. So I guess the fact that I'm reading this, it may spread awareness to the 4 or 5 people that watch this video eventually. Her own research focuses on tracking where and when green crabs molt. The idea is that if you can catch them right after they molt, you can cook them like other soft-shell crabs and get more people to eat them. Also, if you catch them after they molt, they're tastier. Right now, there is no commercial incentive for crabbers to harvest green crabs on a scale large enough to make an impact, she said. But she hopes new products that use the crab, like fishing bait, whiskey, fish sauce, and more, could change that. So this is just one chick. Wait, what's this news outlet? This is NPR. So this is like legit news. Like, she got NPR to post an article about this crab whiskey, knowing that it would catch a motherfucker's attention like me, because who doesn't like whiskey? Probably not knowing that anyone else would read it on the internet, but like this. Hey, you gotta tip Gabrielle Brandt. She's trying to do good work out there. You know what I mean? I'm probably never gonna see this green whiskey. This green crab whiskey. But if I did see one, just because the bottle alone is pretty legit, just to put on your fucking, just as a knick-knack or some shit, it looks cool. Just in her honor, because she's getting kids out there, she's teaching the kids about the crabs. I think that kind of education is banned in most states nowadays. So good for her. Whiskey is just a hook, Brant says, to get people informed. And the more people hear about it, then we get more people who might really, and we get more and more people who might have a really great, innovative idea that we haven't touched upon. So yeah, I guess that's the whole idea of spreading awareness, is that, you know what I mean? I don't know the goddamn first thing about crab control. I've never had that problem. Crazy. It is kind of crazy. But there might be some rando out there that either sees this article or even watches this goddamn video and is like, yo, I think I got an idea about how to fucking chill out these green crabs so that motherfuckers can get clams on top of the whiskey. And so you gotta, it's tippable, for sure. It's tippable. Gabriella Brandt, good luck out there. I think you're doing good work. I don't know what the crab situation is, but I feel like I'm a little more informed about it just because of this article, and I feel like that's because of your hard work. So, good work out there, ma'am. Good work. Anyway, later.